48 feet cubed. If the diameter is 12 feet, calculate the height of the cylinder. Okay, so we're working in an opposite order this time, right? Every other time we've just multiplied a bunch of numbers to find the volume, correct?
Yeah.
First thing I want to do, write the volume formula. Everybody writes, oh yeah, you're right.
I already got it.
Take it easy, Matt.
Why? I know
Chances
it.
are it's wrong.
No, wait. Should I say it?
No. Just wait. Sure, actually say it so then I can have proof that it's wrong because I know you made one mistake. What is it?
I got.
The height is 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I don't, we'll get them. All right, here we go. So we're going to plug in the numbers they give us. What's the first number they give us? Priya? That's actually 1,356.48. But what is that? Is that
What letter does that go in for? The V, the R, or the H?
read the first sentence? Nope. What is it?
V.
It's volume. So plug it in for volume. 1,356.48 goes in for V.
You're gonna have to write this. There is no option.
None. You have to write it.
And if there's something you don't understand when we're going over it, say something.
Okay. We know what pi is. We're going to write 3.14. They give us another number up there. What's the other number they give us, Matt?
12.
Okay. So what is 12?
6.
Wait,
More
what?
than 4.
Yeah, you're
Huh?
right. You're
12
right.
had- well, 12 squared equals 1.4.
Thank you. That's where your mistake is. Bella, what's the answer?
6.
They give us the diameter, Matty P. I need the radius, which is half the diameter. So Bella said it's 6. So I'm going to plug in 6 squared. Yes. It says calculate the height. It's letting you know you need to find the height. Times h.
Is there anyone that was confused by how all that just happened?
Everybody.
We have quite a few more steps, so you might want to write smaller. As you can tell, I am not doing such a good job right now.
All right, so we need to get h by itself, right? But before we get h by itself, I want to multiply these things together so that I just have to divide by one number to get by itself rather than 2. So I'm going to multiply 3.14 times 6 squared. Everybody do that in your calculator. 3.14 times 6 squared. I give everybody a chance to type it in and I'll let you say it, Alex.
Too fast.
Too fast. Big brain. What'd you get, Alex?
113.04.
Everybody else get that? Got 113.04. We brought the volume down because we're writing this as an equation. If you write the steps like this, you will be set. Times h. So now we ask ourselves this question. What is happening to h? It's being multiplied by 113.04. How do we undo multiplying by 113.04?
Divide by 100 and divide it from the total volume.
Excellent. We divide both sides by 113.04. You should be doing that with your calculator. You should be writing the steps out.
It's so important for you to write these steps, guys.
Okay.
Remember those notes, you got to be extra specific.
So the only thing we have left on our right side is the h, which represents height. And then when we divide these two, what did we end up with?
12.
12. So the height of the cylinder is 12.
Sorry, this is not the best.
We are going to get more practice with this. The practice is going to be identical other than you're just using different numbers and use different formulas. But the process is identical. Cooper, you should start off with something a little bit stronger.
I did already.
Whew.
I know. I don't know why I have this headache. It hurts so bad.
Just because you're sitting next to Alex?
It's been like this since we got here.
Get some Coke coffee.
Right. Yes, excellent question. It is feet, 12 feet.
Oh, sorry.
That's a great question.
That is a good
Oh.
question. Who asked that?
Kira.
Kira, that was phenomenal.
Is it feet squared?
So that's a
It's not
good
feet
question. It's not feet squared because feet squared is area,
Oh,
not
it's
feet
volume.
cubed, but because feet cubed is volume. We're not finding any of those. We're actually finding the height, so it's just going to be feet.
Okay.
Kira, remind me to give you a prize. That was great.
It's just one dimension of the three-dimensional figure, so it's just like feet individual.
Yeah.
If there's 2 dimensions, it would be feet squared. If there's 3, which is a three-dimensional figure, feet cubed.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I want somebody to practice this next one with me and help me set it up the way we just explained to set it up. It says sphere has a volume of 113.04 centimeters cubed. Calculate the radius of the sphere. What is the first thing I need to do every single time? Sheets. Write the formula. Yes, sir. Tell me the formula. V equals 4/3. Okay. Use your sheet. That's why we gave it to you. 4/3 times pi times radius cubed.
It's not really not.
It's not.
No.
Number 8.
I'm writing.
Sphere. Is there something that's confusing you?
Oh, no, 'cause
Or you
I'm
just-
writing.
online.
Oh,
Look, it's on there.
I'll write it up here.
Okay.
Why is it not showing up? That's super weird.
So
It's frozen.
Okay, let's talk.
All right. Well, as long as people on here can
Tell
get
me
it.
the things we know in the equation that we're going to plug in, Alex.
we know the volume is 113.04. And then we know pi is 3.14. But we do not know the radius.
Great. So we're just going to leave radius cubed as radius cubed. Kylie Towner, what 2 things am I going to multiply on the right side before we get r by itself?
4/3 times 3.4.
Type in your calculator, tell me what you get.
Whoa.
Link, did you get 4.18?
Borrow somebody's.
Did you get 4.18? Or are you just staring in amazement at my handwriting?
That's cap. Yeah, the way round to the nearest 100.
Sure.
What?
Is that what it ended up being?
Is it 4.18?
Wait, 1 second. Just leave it as 4.18, it's fine. That can change the answer.
No, I'm in the second one.
How did you guys get that?
Did you multiply? We should multiply 4/3 times 3.14. Everybody should type that in the calculator and get the exact same number. We should get no different numbers. Okay, 4.186. We'll leave it at 4.18. That's fine. I'm okay with that. There are going to be some that you just have to go to the nearest hundredth. It's fine. Chase, what's my next step? To get r by itself. R cubed is getting multiplied by 4.18. What's the opposite of multiplying by 4.18? Let's divide both sides by 4.18. $113.04 divided by 4.18. A lot of steps, but if you follow the process, it's easy. When you get the answer, let me know what you get. We're going to round that to the nearest whole number, and we get 27. Everybody double check that you get 27 equals r cubed. We good? Matt, you get 27?
Yeah.
Sheets, you get 27? All right. 27 equals the radius cubed. Am I finished, or can somebody think of the last step I have to do?
Square root it.
Square root.
Think, refresh.
Divide by 3.
Oh my gosh, don't say
It's
that.
not 3R. If it was 3R, you would divide by 3.
Yeah, I got
What's the opposite of cubing something?
Cubing. The opposite of squaring something is square rooting.
Oh,
opposite-
cube rooting.
Cube root the number.
There's a center.
It should look like this in your calculator with a little X, and you put a 3 there, or it may have the 3. Cube root 27. What does the radius equal if you cube root 27? Boy, I'm glad we got that hiccup out of the way. Karina, 3 centimeters. The radius is 3 centimeters. Glad we got that out of the way. Now we know that the opposite of squaring the number is square root. So if it was r squared equals that, we would do square root. But r cubed, we do the cube root.
That's why we've been learning that stuff in class.
Yeah. Guys. All right. Just be better.
You're done.
Okay, I got you.
All right. We're talking about a code now.
Oh, I know this one.
We're gonna do this one together. Phil, yeah, I think so. I think we have to. Eliana's gonna start me off, or Miss Cooper off, depending on what's gonna work.
Yes, this should work.
I'll read it. The volume of a cone is 1,570 inches cubed. If the height of the cone is 15 inches, calculate the radius of the cone. What are we searching for? What are we trying to find? The radius. Okay, tell me what to do, Eliana.
The first you have to write the formula.
Okay.
The formula is equal to 1/3 pi times r squared
Times radius squared times height. Excellent. What numbers do we know? Somebody else. Maddie, tell me what we know.
the volume
Cass, let's write that number in.
and the height.
And, yeah, we do know height.
Oh, we did.
Equals. We write in the 1/3 because we know 1/3. We write in the 3.14 because we know pi is 3.14. We do not know the radius. We know the height is 15. This one's a little bit different. What numbers am I going to multiply together now? Karina.
The 3.14
Yep, and then there's another number in there too. 1/3.
1/3.
We're going to multiply all 3 of those together. Excellent. So in your calculator, you'll multiply 1/3 times 3.14 times 15. If you type it in that order, it'll give you the answer. If you typed in 15 times 3.14 times 1/3, it will give you the answer. You just need to multiply those 3 together. When you get it, tell me what you get.
15.7.
Repeat.
15.7.
15.17.
Oh, 0.1.
There's no
15.7.
Okay, 15.7
Yeah, I heard 0.7.
times radius squared. Mar. Yes. What am I going to do now? R squared is being multiplied by 15.7. What's the opposite of multiplied by 15.7? Huh? Divided by 15.17. Excellent.
Good job, Marley.
Combination back there.
So if we just put this reverse, like the answer we got, and then we just like do the thing to find the volume, will we get
The
the
sentence you just said makes no sense.
It does not. Let's talk about it later. Divide it, and what do you get?
100 square root that?
Okay, we get 100 equals R squared. And then Alex with a big brain says the reason we have to R squared or square root it is because R is squared. So we have to undo that square. Square root,
10.
the radius is 10. Square root 100, or that. If it's just one dimension, it's just 10 inches, right?
So
No
like
cube, no square.
if we do 1/3